Alright, so I just shut the engine off. Yesterday, yeah, we did the fluids underneath the vehicle, so front and rear diff, transfer case, transmission fluid, dropped the engine oil, and now I'm just, double checking them for levels, and I'll be checking. So here's like the coolant. Let's go over coolant first. So this is an old coolant reservoir. This is an '86 Suburban, but they started using coolant reservoirs, gosh, I don't even remember what year, but back in the day it was just the radiator, so you didn't have a reservoir. So obviously you don't check this. It says it right there when it's hot. If any of you guys have ever experienced checking a radiator when it's hot, it explodes. So it just gushes out of there and it's not good, super hot. Anyway, so there's this reservoir here, and there's usually a line. These older ones are kind of cool. It says, big letters, cold level. And so when you look at the thing in the morning when you haven't started it up or anything, that's obviously the coldest it's going to be, and it should be right around there. Now, it's not the end of the world if this is overfilled, but you never want it to be at the top. I mean, you just want it around that level. And if it goes below or a little bit above like this, it's not a big deal. There should just always be something in that. A lot of people, may think that, oh my gosh, if they don't notice that, if it's low like that, down where it's at right now, they think it's really super low and freak out. So that's not the case in these. And the newer ones, it's the same type of system. And then I'll do the oil now. On these older ones, it's on the passenger side. So this car was running, and so I'm just gonna pull the dipstick, wipe it, and then go back in and go all the way down to the bottom, and then I'll pull it out. Hard to see that. It's easier. Man. So, sorry if I'm not really zooming in here. Anyway, this says add and full on this dipstick, and it's at the full mark. Now, along the dipstick you will see oil, but it won't be the full width of the dipstick, and that means that that's just residual oil. And so you just have to look at where it's the full width of the dipstick, and that's where you can confirm. So I'll put that back in like that, and then I'll go to, these are windshield washer fluid. It's important, but it's not vital. So we'll just check that. We did check the wipers are working, and the squirters are working, which is a huge plus, and something I don't have to fix. And then stuff like this, I hate rattles and everything, so I'll try to get that down. And then with this, same thing with the brake master. Here's your booster and your master, and then on top's the reservoir. And we just check. So here's the minimum levels for the brake fluid, and you just pop this if you're worried about it, but I can see it right there. And so we're good on brake fluid. And just, if you do have to top it, just be sure to do the correct fluid. GMs are super easy, usually just .3. And then we'll also check belts, especially on an older vehicle like this. Super important. So you'll grab it, I'm getting some cracking there, so might need to change this guy before a trip. And that's, you just grab the belt, and then there's the serpentine. I can get in there. That one's right. So you just get in there and check for cracks, grab it, and it's just a visual. You'll never, you know, I mean, I guess you could, but you'll never be able to grab the thing and rip it unless it's like really almost gone. But just visually look at it, see if there's cracks, and that's pretty much a pre-trip inspection for me. And then, you know, you go to tires, see inflation. You can check that. If you're really worried, you can check lug nut, you know, if they're tight or not, to torque and everything. But we just did that yesterday. And then just know your vehicle and go have fun. And then my last thing to check is power steering fluid. So that's low. It's supposed to be at the hot mark, so I will add a little bit. And this is another one where you can overfill pretty fast. So just gotta get a funnel and some power steering fluid. Alright, so here's the list for the 86 Suburban. Fluids are done. Tires. Shocks are coming in today. Gotta do those. We're doing belts right now. We're gonna take it in and do windshield. Alignment was done yesterday. Exhaust was done yesterday. We gotta figure out our setup. So like a mattress, and we're gonna put the fridge, and then top off the AC. We probably won't need it. And then just some normal cleaning. Alright, so these belts, actually all three of them were bad. So now new Gates belts are going on. So if you want to see a bad belt, here's the serpentine belt for this thing. Turn it over. This one's really bad, but even if, so you turn over and squeeze it a little bit and it'll crack. This one's really bad. You could just visually see it, but if all else fails, you just got to go like this and check it out. Alright, so we're here at the Big Red Suburban, the 86. This is a filter just right on the carb. And they had it in stock again. Another, you know, I did a little video on the air filter the other day, but this was $1, what was it, $1.56 in stock again. So there's another great thing about these older GM rigs. All right, so got the belts, fuel filter, threw the mattress in there, threw the fridge in. May not get to that. Windshield, we still need to take it down, and then shocks, and I think we're good to go. Alright, so sometimes shocks don't go according to plan. So this was up there, and the bolt, this sleeve over the bolt was just rusted on there, and so we had to chop the bolt. And anyway, long story short, it takes longer than, you know, the typical shock. But we got them all on. These are KYB Adjust. What are these called again? Gas Adjust. That's what they call these. They're not adjustable shocks. That's just the name they used. We've got shocks in all four corners. We're ready to go. Alright, so shocks, just got them on. Windshield, check. Top AC, not gonna have time. So we're all done. We just gotta pack up and head on out of here. Stay tuned for the next episode. Alright, I'll do a quick walk around here. It's amazing what, you know, eliminating unneeded things like running boards and, you know, mud flaps will do for the look of these things. And then obviously the oversized tires. But this is going to be fun. It's going to be a good weekend. Alright, so this concludes this video. We got this thing mechanically sound. We haven't done a tune-up or anything yet, but it's running well enough that we're going to be fine for now. And tires, shocks, we might do a suspension, like just 2 inches or something small in the future if we keep this thing, or if a client wants it. But yeah, we're going to go have fun. We don't know where we're going to go yet, but we're going to go out somewhere. And that will be the next episode. This first episode just kind of went over from an 86, turning a stock 86 Suburban into a quick overland vehicle. Thanks for watching, and please stay tuned for the next video in this series, and we'll see you next time.